Welcome. I'm Christine Manning with the Wine Education Institute. Thank you for joining me on today's advanced tour of Beaujolais. While Beaujolais may carry the stereotype of a fun, gulpable wine, they can nonetheless make wines that are complex and serious as well. Located between southern Burgundy and northern Rhône, we can see red and rosés from Gamay and white wines from Chardonnay. Let's dive in. The climate in Beaujolais is similar to southern Mâconnais and is ideally suited to early budding and ripening of Gamay. Gamay can grow rather vigorously and produce high yields, reducing in lower quality wines if not well managed. To take care of this, the best wines are often made from grapes grown in granite soils with low levels of nutrients, which limits yields and helps concentrate flavors in the grapes. Vines grown traditionally will be pruned on spurs around the head, and then the shoots will be tied together. Although recently, more growers are now training their vines on wires to allow for more mechanization. Gamay gives fragrant wines with aromas of raspberry and cherry fruit. These wines rarely exceed medium levels of tannin and body, and the lightest styles can even be served lightly chilled. Beautiful food-friendly wines. As in Burgundy, there is a distinct hierarchy of appellations in Beaujolais. Again, we will be looking at our pyramid. At the base is our Beaujolais regional appellation. Grapes grown anywhere within Beaujolais can carry this term. In practice, most are located on the flat southern regions. Beaujolais Villages is the next step up, with those sites that are at an elevated status. The vineyards for these wines are located to the north and west on rolling hills where we can find granite and less fertile soils. There are 39 villages in Beaujolais that can append village on their label. These wines are generally made from blending wines from different villages rather than individual villages. The individual appellations of Beaujolais Cru are at the top. As of this recording, there are 10 Cru. In Beaujolais, we do not differentiate between Premier or Grand Cru. Cru suffices with the name of these specific sites on the labels and being well known throughout the region and the country. The four with greatest production are Bruy, Morgon, Fleury, and Moulin-a-Vent. Moulin-a-Vent and Morgon often produce more structured wines with fruit concentration and tannin levels that can allow these wines to age over time. Bruy and Fleury tend to produce lighter, more perfumed styles. Let's take a look at wine styles throughout the region: Beaujolais, Beaujolais Nouveau, and Cru. Beaujolais production primarily uses carbonic or semi-carbonic maceration. This style will highlight the fresh fruit flavors while bringing out colors and keeping tannins low. Beaujolais Nouveau is a wine specifically made for early drinking. In order to carry this term on a label, the wine cannot be released to consumers until the third Thursday in November following the harvest, and it cannot be sold after the following August 31st. Wines labeled as Beaujolais Nouveau can only be of a regional or village quality. The 10 Crus cannot be sold this way. Beaujolais Nouveau wines are light in body and tannin, and they will feature red berry fruit and often notes of kirsch, banana, and cinnamon-like spices from carbonic maceration. Moving to our Cru styles, a range of techniques may be used, including crushed fruit fermentation and some oak aging, often in large vats rather than casks. Pronounced new oak aromas and flavors are rare. Some producers use semi-carbonic maceration or a small portion of whole bunches to achieve brighter fruit aromas. Beaujolais, nestled between Burgundy and Northern Rhône, can range in quality from food-friendly and approachable to complex and age-worthy. Gamay shines here like nowhere else in France. Just in other French wine-growing regions, there is an appellation hierarchy with regional, village, and crus. Although remember, Beaujolais crus do not distinguish between Premier and Grand Cru. While winemaking can often employ carbonic and semi-carbonic maceration for fresh, fruity flavors, like in light early release Beaujolais Nouveau, the crus are varied and include some oak for greater concentration and aging potential. You should now be prepared how to answer questions regarding the climate, grape variety, and appellation system in Beaujolais. Thank you for joining me. Cheers!